Have you ever noticed those people who just don't chase anyone? Not in romance, not in friendships. They seem to have this quiet confidence, this self-contained energy. It's not that they're cold or aloof. They just don't seem to get caught up in the drama of pursuing others for attention or validation. What's their secret? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of people who don't chase and what we can learn from their mindset. It's a fascinating journey into self-worth, emotional intelligence, and what it truly means to build authentic connections. First, let's be clear about what chasing means. It's that feeling of constantly needing to prove your worth, sending that extra text when you're being left unread, going above and beyond for someone who gives you minimal effort in return. It's the dynamic where one person is doing all the work to keep the connection alive. People who don't chase have fundamentally shifted away from this pattern. At the core of their mindset is a strong sense of self-worth. They understand a simple but powerful truth. Their value isn't determined by someone else's approval or attention. They believe they are inherently worthy of love, respect, and effort, and they don't feel the need to perform or audition for it. This isn't arrogance. It's a quiet, foundational self-respect. They operate from a place of abundance, not scarcity. This leads to the second key trait. They value reciprocity above all else. For them, a healthy relationship, whether romantic or platonic, is a two-way street. It's a balanced exchange of energy, effort, and affection. When they notice a connection is becoming one-sided, they don't double down and chase harder. Instead, they see it as a clear signal that the dynamic is imbalanced. They're not interested in convincing someone to like them or invest in them. They believe that if someone is genuinely interested, their actions will show it. They trust what people do more than what they say. So, if the effort isn't mutual, they gracefully step back. They're not playing games or trying to make the other person miss them. They're simply aligning their actions with their standards. They're conserving their energy for connections that are mutually nourishing. Another crucial aspect is their high emotional intelligence. People who do not chase are often very in tune with their own feelings and the dynamics of social situations. They can read the room. They recognize the subtle cues of disinterest or low investment from others. Instead of ignoring these signs and pushing forward out of hope or desperation, they accept them as information. This emotional clarity allows them to detach from the outcome. They can put themselves out there, express interest, and then let go. If the other person reciprocates, great. If not, they don't take it as a personal rejection of their entire being. They understand that incompatibility, bad timing, or someone else's emotional unavailability are not reflections of their own worth. This ability to separate their ego from the outcome is a superpower. Think about the energy you spend chasing someone. It's exhausting, right? It fills your mind with anxiety, what-ifs, and self-doubt. People who don't chase have reallocated that energy. Where does it go? Back into themselves. They invest heavily in their own lives, their passions, their hobbies, their career, their personal growth, and their existing healthy relationships. Their life is already full and rewarding. A new person is a wonderful addition, a potential co-pilot, but not the entire airplane. Because their happiness isn't dependent on a specific person's validation, they don't have that sense of desperation that fuels the chase. They are the main character in their own story, and they're not waiting for someone else to come in and write the plot. This creates a naturally attractive aura. Confidence and a passion for one's own life are incredibly magnetic. This brings us to a beautiful paradox. By not chasing, they often become more attractive to others. Why? Because they project security and self-respect. Neediness and desperation can be off-putting, signaling a lack of self-worth. When someone demonstrates that they are whole and happy on their own, it creates a sense of intrigue. It communicates that they are choosing to be with someone, not that they need to be with someone. People are drawn to those who have high standards, not because they are difficult, but because it implies they have something valuable to offer and protect: their time, their energy, and their heart. When they do choose to invest in someone, That investment feels more meaningful because it's a conscious choice, not a desperate grab for attention. Furthermore, these individuals have a healthy relationship with rejection. They don't view it as a catastrophic failure. They see it as redirection. If someone isn't interested, that's okay. It simply means they're not the right person for them, freeing them up to find someone who is. They've reframed rejection from, "I'm not good enough," to, "We're not a good match." This mindset shift is incredibly liberating. It prevents them from getting stuck on people who aren't meant for them. They understand that trying to force a connection that is not there is like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's frustrating and ultimately futile. It's much wiser to accept the incompatibility and move on, trusting that the right fit will feel natural and effortless, not like a constant uphill battle. So, how can you cultivate this no-chase mindset? It starts with building your own self-worth from the inside out. Stop looking for external validation and start validating yourself. Celebrate your own wins. Be kind to yourself when you make mistakes. And recognize all the wonderful qualities you bring to the table. Second, get busy building a life you love, independent of anyone else. Pick up a new hobby, invest in your friendships, set career goals, travel, learn something new. Fill your own cup until it overflows. When your life is rich and fulfilling, you'll be less likely to feel a void that you need someone else to fill. Third, practice setting and holding boundaries. Learn to recognize when a connection is imbalanced. Pay attention to actions, not just words. If someone's effort doesn't match yours, have the courage to pull back your energy. It's not about being punitive, it's about honoring your own needs and standards. Remind yourself that you deserve reciprocity. And finally, practice emotional detachment. When you express interest in someone, release your attachment to a specific outcome. Trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by, and you don't need to force, convince, or chase it. Adopting this mindset isn't about becoming passive or unfeeling. It's about shifting from a place of seeking to a place of attracting. It's about having the confidence to know your worth and the wisdom to invest your precious energy only where it is valued and returned. It's a powerful, peaceful, and ultimately more effective way to build strong, healthy, and authentic connections. Thank you so much for watching and exploring this topic with me today. I hope this gave you some valuable insights. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future content. What are your thoughts on chasing? Share your experiences in the comments below. See you in the next video.